All right, y'all. I wanted to come on here and tell y'all why I think I'm going to be building my own personal library. Um, I just I honestly feel like, you know what I'm saying. This is something that one, it can be extremely cool. It can be a really good hobby. You know what I'm saying. But two, I also feel like it can be extremely beneficial. You know what I mean. So yeah, I have four major reasons on why I want to build my own personal library. And yeah, man, I feel like a lot of other people should consider giving this a try or just, you know what I'm saying? Just start reading more in general. Even if you don't want to build your own personal library, I feel like so many people can benefit from just reading more in general. You know what I'm saying? Whether that is for, personal benefit, whether that is for entertainment, you know what I'm saying? It's so many different benefits that could come from just choosing to read more. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. Now, for a little bit of context, I will be speaking about self-help books specifically. You know what I mean? That's the genre I personally love. When I was younger, I did read a bit more for entertainment. I had like a bookshelf when I was younger in my room, and I had a lot of different books that were just for entertainment. You know what I mean? Like I read what's a couple I read? I read The Hunger Games. It's one of my favorite series of all time. It really, really tied me into really loving to read. I read the Harry Potter books, you know what I'm saying? A lot of those. I don't think I've read all of them. I kind of want to though, but I don't think I've read all of them. When I was younger, I read the Magic Treehouse books. I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with those. But yeah, so like reading has been a pretty big part of my life for a long time now. And it started back when I was in like first or second grade, honestly, that I started feeling like, I just enjoy reading, and it never was like a quote unquote weird or lame thing to do for me. I always looked at it as entertainment and as learning, you know what I'm saying? So I just want to be part of the movement or the wave that helps to change young people's minds around reading, and you know what I'm saying? Just push that reading is cool, bro. Like it really can be cool. You just have to find a genre that you really like and start doing it, man. Like when I was first or second grade, I want to say, is when this really started for me. My teacher handed me one of the Diary of a Wimpy Kid books, you know what I'm saying? And from there, it's just like I fell in with it. Like I loved the Diary of a Wimpy Kid series. Like ever since then, I didn't miss a single drop of those books that he had. I got every single one, and I loved them. It went from Diary of a Wimpy Kid to Big Nate. I'm not sure if y'all know about the Big Nate series. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, like this has been going on for a while, you guys. And then around fourth or fifth grade, right? I think it was like fourth grade or fifth grade, possibly one of them. My teacher gave me, because I was also I was a kid who picked up things pretty fast, right? So I would always finish my work pretty early. You know what I mean? Especially around like fourth or fifth grade that time, like I would pick up a book when I was done, because you know what I'm saying, like there was nothing. I had a book inside of my desk. We had those little desks that had the undercarriage part where you could put your shit inside of the bottom of the desk, and I had books and stuff in there for when I finished my worksheet early, or you know what I'm saying. And I think around fourth or fifth grade, one of my teachers, they gave me the Hunger Games, the original Hunger Games, and that book, like I already knew I liked reading, but that book just completely changed it for me, changed my life. So yeah, man, recently, as of late, not even as of late, around like the beginning of high school, I'm 24 years old right now, but around the beginning of high school time, I'd say I started getting more into like self-help books and self-improvement type of books, and that's really kind of the only books that I read now. I just kind of feel like self-help and self-improvement is a genre that I personally fell in love with. So yeah, that's kind of one of my side hobbies now. I just collect books, and majority, I'd say a good 98% of them, if I had to put a very specific number on it, are self-help books or self-improvement books. You know what I mean? So yeah, you guys, I kind of want to try to read, I don't know what number of books I want to try to read per year, but I know that I at least want to read like a book a month, you know what I'm saying? Or around there, you know what I'm saying? If not 12 books a year, maybe like 10 minimum, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just feel like reading is therapeutic and it can also be entertaining as well as educational at the same time. So boom, that is a little bit of an overview of why I personally wanted to start a, you know what I'm saying, little mini library. And hopefully it can grow into something bigger, you know what I mean? Like, have you guys ever seen that scene in SpongeBob where he like goes down into like the bottom of his house? It's like the basement area or whatever, and he has like this huge, vast room, right? And it's just like the bookshelves go so high that you can't even see to the top of them. He has to like use a ladder and stuff to climb to the top, and he just has so many books in there. And it was just so cool to me because I'm like, bro, this man literally has an entire library inside his house, you know what I'm saying, inside his home. And it was just such a cool idea to me. If you haven't seen that scene in SpongeBob, just go look it up, man. Like, you could probably find it if you go on TikTok or Google or something and you look up SpongeBob home library. You could probably find the clip on YouTube or maybe TikTok somewhere. But yeah, that was just so cool to me, bro. And I always pictured that, like, when I do end up getting an actual house, a home, I think I'll start off small, you know what I'm saying, as I'm growing my income. But my first home, I definitely think I want to get an extra bedroom just so I can put a bunch of shelves in there, you know what I'm saying, and fill up those shelves and just have a bunch of books. Majority self-help. So maybe I should say a self-help library. I'll have a couple of entertainment books in there, you know what I'm saying, every now and then, but mainly like a self-help library for my home. Is how I picture it, man. But yeah, let's get into these reasons, man, because I've been yapping a little bit, but I definitely want that for my future home. So boom, I think everyone should build a personal library or just start reading in general. One, because it builds comprehension. You know what I'm saying? I don't think you guys understand the benefits that you get just from sitting down and reading a book every day. Like, I think it's been scientifically proven on different occasions that reading improves your comprehension skills. Like, you understand things better, you grab onto things more quickly when you're learning, when you are someone who is an avid reader or who just reads often, right? Also, it makes you a better speaker. Like, it improves your English, it improves your vocabulary, you learn big words, you learn new words when you are, you know what I'm saying, an avid reader. So it builds your comprehension, it builds your public speaking ability, or just your speaking ability in general. And yeah, you catch on to things so much faster. It expands your mind and your IQ, and you learn things faster too. So that's one of the reasons. Next reason, I'd say reading, to me, especially these self-help books, right? It's really like an in-depth look into the author's mind state at that time. You know what I'm saying? And it's just so cool and intriguing to me to be able to really dive deep into the depths of someone's mind, and, you know what I'm saying, how they think, how they view the world. And that's kind of another reason why I do these videos as well, because it's like, these are a time capsule that I'll have forever, just like books are a time capsule that, you know what I'm saying, people will have forever, as long as the text doesn't get lost along the years. But these books are kind of like delving deep into my mind state and, you know what I'm saying, how I view the world and everything. And I feel like that can be valuable, you know what I'm saying? And I look at books as the exact same way. Like, books, I feel like, are kind of like a physical media in a way. And it's literally just video media, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, like, imagine just feeling like you really are that person, or like you're thinking the way that they were thinking and encountering the things that they were encountering when they wrote this book. You know what I'm saying? It's just, it offers you a lot of perspective on different things and nuanced ways of thinking when you read more, especially these self-help books. Also, to touch on the video thing again, this, I feel like, as well as with books, right? If you're an author and you're writing a book, you write self-help books all the time. It's a deep dive into your brain and your mind state and how you think. 20, 30 years down the line, your kids grow up, you can give them this book that you read. or wrote. You know what I'm saying? And they will learn from you specifically just from reading that book, bro. It's an amazing thing when you really sit down and think about it. And I feel like with this video stuff, video content, I kind of feel like it's the same way. Like, you know what I'm saying? There's no telling 25, 30, 40 years down the line, like if my kids want to dive down into my mind and, you know what I'm saying, how I think and how I feel about certain things and topics, you know what I'm saying, they can just come and find this book. I mean, not book, excuse me. Too much book talk. They can come and find these videos, man, and get an in-depth dive into how my mind works. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I feel like books and videos like these, they're one and the same. Like, they're very valuable when it comes to that. Next, improved attention span, man. So many people have what I like to call TikTok brain. If you've seen my other videos, I refer to this all the time. And that is, our attention spans are getting cooked. You know what I'm saying? Like, in 2026, there's so many people that can't even sit down and watch an entire movie, let alone listen to an entire podcast, or just sit down and just focus on an important task or something for an hour plus. You know what I'm saying? And that's because with all of the rise of short form media like TikTok, where you just scroll, and there's always the next new thing and new dopamine hitting your face every 5 seconds, people's attention spans are cooked, bro. They don't want to sit down and actually read a entire book with chapters in it when I can go and watch a video on the same topic. And I just feel like that's not the right way to look at life. You know what I'm saying? Like, our brains as humans, we weren't developed to get everything direct and in your face just immediately, like these apps like TikTok and Instagram and things are designed to do for us. So I kind of feel like reading more is one of those things that takes a step back in the right direction toward improving your attention span again. And lastly, man, I feel like just as entertainment, as a hobby, man, like I said earlier, I touched on the whole building a library just could be fun, and it's an interesting hobby to have. I touched on the SpongeBob thing, like how he had an entire downstairs room. It was just filled with bookshelves all the way up to the top of the camera. You couldn't even see anymore. And it just seemed like it was just such a cool thing to have. So, yeah, as an entertainment / hobby aspect, I definitely think that a lot of people would benefit from reading more and building their own personal library in that way. But, yeah, I will have my own personal library. Right now, I'm starting off small. I have a bunch of books. I need to buy a bookshelf. Like, I have so many books I don't know what to do with. Like, under this desk right here that I'm filming on, I have a huge bag full of my books. Over by my desk and by my bed over there, I have more stacks of books over there. In my closet, I have a bunch more books in there. In my chest, my low college trunk. So, yeah, I think I kind of need to buy a bookshelf soon. But yeah, like I love collecting books and reading and just gaining knowledge like this, you guys. It's so fun, and it's such a, you know what I'm saying, peaceful thing for me. And I enjoy it. So yeah, in my future house, I will have a room dedicated, just like SpongeBob did, for building my own personal library, man. And hopefully once I get richer, once I grow and get bigger and get another home or another home or another home, I can really have like maybe a whole downstairs area like SpongeBob did in that scene, to build my own entire personal library and just fill it with shelves and books and knowledge and things. And I can pass these books down to my kids, just like I can pass these videos down to my kids later on in life. So that is exactly why I personally will be building my own personal library, you guys. Hope y'all enjoyed this video. And yeah, I'm gonna see y'all tomorrow. Love y'all.